Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
The fire crackles and shadows stretch long against the trees. There's a chill in the air tonight, the kind that creeps beneath your skin and makes every distant rustle feel like something's watching. Tonight, we're heading deep into the Highlands of Scotland, where the veil between the worlds grows thin, and a ghostly black cat, large as a hound, roams beneath the Halloween moon. This is the legend of the Cat Sìth, the spectral feline of the Fae, the soul stealer and guardian of ancient rites long forgotten. Long before electric lights ever cut through the mist, when fires were the only glow against the endless dark, the Scots and Irish whispered of a creature that prowled the edges of the villages. It was said to look like a massive black cat, as large as a dog, with fur as dark as peat and a single white spot upon its chest. Those who saw it swore it wasn't of this world. Its eyes gleamed like coals, intelligent and almost mocking, and wherever it went, milk soured, fire sputtered, and warmth fled. They called it the Cat Sìth, she meaning Faerie in the old tongue. Not a mere spirit, not quite an animal, but a being of the other world, the realm of the Fae. Some believed it was a Fae creature that had taken feline form to walk amongst the humans unseen. Others said that it was the spirit of a witch, transformed 9 times before the final change became permanent. And still others believed it was Death's familiar, a soul collector sent by the unseelie court to steal spirits on the night of Samhain. And that is where the story turns dark. In the old Scottish Highlands, when someone died, the family would light a fire beside the body. This was called the late wake. It wasn't merely for mourning, it was a vigil of protection. You see, it was said that the Cat Sìth would come silently in the night, padding on massive paws through the heather and fog, drawn by the scent of death. It would slip into the house, curl up upon the chest of the dead, and there, before the soul could rise, it would steal it away. Not for heaven, not for hell, but for the Fae realm, where souls became trapped servants to the unseelie court. To stop the Cat Sìth, villagers took turns keeping watch. They played games, told stories, and even spread catnip far from the body to lure the creature away. Plates of food and saucers of milk were left outside the door as offerings, hoping to appease it. And during the night, they kept the fire burning without fail, for it was believed that as long as warmth had touched the body, the Cat Sìth would not cross the threshold. But if the fire went out, they'd said you'd hear soft steps, the scrape of claws on stone, and a faint rumbling purr like thunder behind the walls. Or there's an older legend that gives the Cat Sìth a name. Her name was Kate, a woman of the old ways, said to have been born under a blood moon in the late 14th century. A healer, a midwife, and some even whispered, a witch. In her village she was respected. That is, until crops failed, children began to fall ill, and the church's fear began to spread. When an infant died under her care, the villagers finally accused her of witchcraft. They burned her cottage and drove her into the wild moors. But Kate didn't die. For 9 nights she performed the forbidden rites of transformation, each one calling upon the ancient Fae magic of the Sìth. With each ritual she shed more of her humanity. On the 9th night, beneath a moon split by storm, she changed for the last time. Her human heart turned to ash, her body twisted and furred as her bones reshaped. When she emerged from the bracken, she was no longer a woman, but a massive black cat with a white blaze on her chest. And she never changed back. It's said she returned to her village on Samhain Eve, her eyes burning like green fire. One by one, those who had wronged her had died in their sleep. Their bodies were untouched, but every one of them was found with an expression of horror frozen on their faces, as if they'd seen something at the moment of their death. The people buried them quickly, but when they dug the graves, they found cat prints circling the earth, always circling and never crossing the center. From then on, the Cat Sìth was feared as the embodiment of vengeance, forever cursed to roam between worlds, neither witch nor beast, but both. Not every tale of the Cat Sìth is grim. Some say it served the king of the fairies himself, a guardian to the portals that connected our world with the other world. On Samhain, when the veil was thinnest, it was said to walk freely among the humans, seeking offerings of milk and warmth. Those who left a bowl of cream outside their homes were rewarded with protection. Their livestock flourished and their children slept peacefully through the night. But those who ignored the custom, the Cat Sìth would curse them. Cows would go dry, Hearths would fail, and strange cries would echo through the night, a sound somewhere between a cat's yowl and a woman's scream. Some scholars believe this is where the modern superstition of black cats crossing your path bringing bad luck comes from. But in the old Highland belief, it wasn't luck at all. It was a warning. If the cat crossed your path, it meant the Fae had taken notice of you. And once the Fae noticed, they seldom forgot. There's one final tale told in hushed tones around the fire when the nights grow long. It takes place in the village of Glencoe centuries ago. A young man named Aidan McCrae refused to take part in the Samhain rites. He mocked the others for leaving cream on their doorsteps and claimed he feared no fairy tale. If the cat shoe wants my milk, he would say, it can come and ask for it. That night, as the village celebrated, Aidan stayed home. He sat by his fire with a jug of ale and laughed at the wind. But as the hour turned to midnight, the flames on his hearth began to sputter and the air grew cold. Outside, he heard a low purr. Aidan reached for his poker, but before he could rise, the sound came again, this time from behind him. When his firelight flickered, he saw it. 2 green eyes staring from the shadows, the shape of a massive cat, its fur rippling like smoke, its white chest glowing faintly in the dark. He froze. The Cat Sìth stepped forward, silent but for the sound of claws on wood. It circled him, once, twice, and then sat staring. Aidan panicked and hurled his mug at it. The cat didn't move, but its eyes, those eyes, burned brighter, and the air filled with the sound of 100 purring whispers, like the wind through 1,000 unseen throats. When the villagers found Aidan the next morning, his fire had gone out. His body was cold, and on his chest, singed into his skin, was a faint outline of a cat's paw. No one ever skipped the offering again in his town. To this day, in the Scottish Highlands and parts of Ireland, families still leave small bowls of milk outside their homes on Halloween night. Most do it out of tradition. Others say they've heard the purr of something unseen when the moon is full. Maybe it's just an old story, or maybe it's a reminder. Because on Samhain, when the barrier between our world and the other world thins, when the dead walk and the Fae slip through the cracks, the Cat Sìth still prowls, watching, waiting, deciding who will find warmth in the firelight, and whose soul will be carried silently away. As we leave you here, remember, the legends of our weird world are boundless. If you've enjoyed the story of the Cat Sìth, please share, like, and subscribe to our channel for more content. Your support keeps these stories alive, passing the old fires of the Highlands to the glow of your screen today. Until next time, stay curious, keep your fire burning bright, and never forget to leave a little milk out by the door, just in case there is still something watching you from the dark.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.